Thanks very much for staying on with us on Hot Stocks. And well, before going into the break, we spoke about how we would be chatting with KDDL. Well, we've got the management now joining on the show. Just to give you a brief background, this is the company that deals in manufacture of watch dials. They also have a retail arm which they market under the brand of Ethos Retail Stores, and they market Swiss watches as well as some of the premier Indian brands, etc. And well, recently there's been some amount of fundraising as well that's taken place in a subsidiary of the company. So there's lots to chat about. So let's bring on board Mr. Yashovardhan Saboo, who is the CEO of KDDL. Mr. Saboo, thank you so much for being with us. You know, this has been a great year for the markets. We've seen, some of the smaller companies as well do remarkably well. Your stock in particular, has gained over 200% so far this year. So there seems to be a lot that's going right. But let's talk about what are the key drivers first off. You have a retail arm, and then there's also your manufacturing unit, which caters to both domestic markets as well as clients in Switzerland, I believe.
Yes. Well, let's talk about the retail arm first. The retail business, Ethos, has been growing at about 30% year on year for the last 5 years, and we are maintaining that growth. So that is something which is doing pretty well for us. The manufacturing segment has grown this year as it had grown last year, and we expect the growth to continue. As I said, as you mentioned yourself, most of our business actually comes from export to Switzerland. And the Swiss watch industry has been growing pretty steadily. Besides that, there is a certain shift in purchasing away from China towards other countries. And India, we are the only manufacturer of watch dials and hands, principal manufacturers in India. So I think we are gaining a little bit from that. I do want to mention that in the manufacturing segment, we have a division called Eigen, which is a precision engineering manufacturing business. It does precision stampings for businesses outside the watch business. And this has grown very well, and we expect this to be a key driver for growth in the future as well.
Right. You did mention about Ethos, so would like to know if you have any plans to sell stake in your 75% unit Ethos?
Sorry, I didn't get that question. Can you repeat that, please?
If you have any plans to sell stake in your 75% unit Ethos?
Well, it's currently about 73%, KDDL's shareholding. And over time, we have divested a part of that. It's mainly to individuals, HNI individuals who like what we do, understand the watch business, who are keen lovers of watches themselves, and they like our business model. We do need funds in Ethos for future growth to maintain the 30% rate of growth. And I believe it's possible to do that for the next 3-4 years. And you can do the arithmetic from the current year's likely billing of around 300 crores, where we can reach the 30% growth. For that, we need this funding. Whether we're going to get it in directly in Ethos or through the parent company, the discussion that is happening at our board level and also with our shareholders.
So while, you are contemplating various routes of raising money, just just about 3 days ago, there was also news of you raising money via the CCPS route. About 7.5 crores has been raised for Ethos and that. In addition to this, for the balance part of this fiscal, how much money do you think you'd need to raise? And you're talking about aggressive growth over the next 3 to 5 odd years. What do you think would be the sort of capex requirements that you would have?
So let me just first talk about the retail business. What we've raised this year was a requirement plan for this year. We are done with that. Some of it came from outside, and some of it came from the promoters themselves. So it's not. So in that sense, it's not a great dilution. And this was a 7.5 crore raise, which was meant for this year. We don't really have any further need during this fiscal, but going forward, we will need. We estimate a requirement of about 25 crores, most of it in capital. We don't want to increase the debt anymore. And that should be sufficient to take us, to about 500 crores of billing. The model is already profitable at a PAT level. We expect the EBITDA margins to go. So beyond the 500 crore level, I believe the model becomes self-sustaining to continue its growth at, let's say, sub 30% levels, but still pretty strong. We expect the Indian market to accelerate its growth from the current 14-15% to approximately 20% if the macroeconomic factors remain favorable. And I believe it should be possible for Ethos to maintain at least a 20 to 25% year-on-year growth even after next 2-3 years of 30% growth. So I believe on Ethos we are pretty much on track with this 25 crore infusion that we will need, let's say, in the first half of next year. But for this fiscal, we are pretty much through. As far as the manufacturing business is concerned, we expect the business to continue to grow at about 15%. Larger part of the growth coming from the engineering, from the precision engineering growth business, whereas the watch component business, which is the watch dials and hands put together, is probably going to grow sub 15%, let's say in the 12% region. A lot of it also depends on how the Swiss market, the Swiss watch industry rather, behaves over the next couple of years. There's been a bit of a slowing down over there due to factors in China, Russia. These are important growth markets for the Swiss industry. And since things are slightly disturbed over there over the last couple of months, we expect a little bit of slowing down, which is the reason we expect the growth to be at about 12% and not much more.
Right. Okay.
In terms of investment, over the next 2 years we probably require we are foreseeing about somewhere between 15 to 20 crores of investment in the manufacturing business. Largest part of this being in the precision engineering business. We don't expect a large investment in the watch dials and hands, mainly because we are not looking at capacity expansion. The growth in the business is going to come through value additions, doing
Mr.
more
Sabu,
and more higher value products.
Okay, Mr. Sabu, would like to just interrupt and find out what is your current store count and do you have any expansion plans as far as your retail business is concerned?
Yeah, our current store count is 44 stores. We have 44 stores across 14 cities. This year we haven't actually, there's been no net expansion. We've closed down stores and we've opened stores. Next year, next fiscal, we do expect an expansion, but our model has been changed a bit, thanks to our great success on the internet. We have a click and brick model. Because of that, we believe we can maintain our 30% growth without really adding too many stores. So net, we will probably add about 4 to 5 stores next year, not more.
All right, Mr. Sabu, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for taking out the time and joining in this morning, and all the very best in terms of your future expansion plans as well. That's KTDL for you. They have been growing rather strongly in their retail arm, which is Ethos, and they're looking at expanding that as well quite prominently. Meanwhile, just in terms of how the stock is, remember it's just over 200 crore rupees in market cap terms, but it is also a low volume stock on an average about 10,000 shares on an average trade. Just about on a daily basis. So even though the stock's done really well, Sandeep, over the last couple of months, what's the sense you're getting on the charts here? Is there a trading play?
Well, Megha, you said it right. It's a low volume stock, so in that sense not very comfortable. And some sort of a trading move towards 250 to 253, another 4-5% cannot be ruled out. I would not be really keen on playing for that move in this stock, being a low volume stock, so I would avoid.
Okay, time then to get you those options strategy, and for that, Mitesh Thakkar now.